Although it appears business as usual at Fanatec, there does seem to be some more trouble behind the scenes. 3 things. Number 1, Thomas Yakamai's super duper top secret meeting has been cancelled. We'll go into a little bit of detail on that. Number 2, Fanatec, a day after that announcement, released a damage control video. And then number 3, and probably most importantly, Fanatec release an extension shaft. Yeah. For those of you that have been living under a sim racing rock, I'll just give you a brief update of what's been happening. As we know, Fanatec has been going through some financial trouble, and they initiated something called a Star Rogue procedure. This is a procedure that basically allows them to sell it to a third party. This was Corsair in this case, and by doing that, circumvent all the shareholders and leaving them with nothing. To combat this, Thomas Yakamai, the ex-CEO, and a bunch of other shareholders called an extraordinary general meeting that allowed them to put a stop to this. However, as of yesterday, that extraordinary meeting has now been cancelled/postponed, okay? And it's very difficult to understand what this means. Now, for me, it can mean one of a few things. Either a deal's happened behind closed doors and Thomas Yakamai has come to some agreement. I think that's probably unlikely. Or basically the court, which would be the 31st Civil Senate of the Higher Regional Court of Munich, which is the people who have made this decision, and basically said, this is a waste of time, you've got no grounds to stand on. Again, this is just my thoughts. I'm not legally trained, I'm just reading between the lines, and it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. It's also interesting that they've just recently announced a week or so ago that there are 30 interested parties interested in buying Fanatec. Is it also a possibility that the Star Rogue procedure starts up again? And if that is the case, that does mean the shareholders will once again get nothing. Things are not all well behind the scenes at Fanatec, I think. Let's move on to item number 2. So the second item on the menu is that I do think it's a little bit of a coincidence that Fanatec released a video on their YouTube channel entitled Our CMO Answers Your Questions from the Community, CMO being Chief Marketing Officer. And as expected, it doesn't really answer a lot of questions in depth or any detail that would be satisfactory, particularly given the stuff that's going on behind the scenes, and they certainly don't ask any hard questions. It's all sorts of stuff like, what's going on with my order? Is my warranty affected? Will I get a refund? And do you do discounts? Those are the 4 questions. All of which is, yes, you will have a warranty, that's all okay. Things are being delivered, sit tight. Yes, you will still get your refund, please be patient. And no, we don't do discounts, we only do it on a Black Friday. I would have expected a little bit more, particularly given all of the drama going behind the scenes. There hasn't really been that. It all seems like business as usual, particularly on Fanatec's social media. I keep getting updates from racing events, etc., etc. And as per usual, the comment sections are still blowing up with frustrated Fanatec users. I do hear that things are getting better. I haven't ordered anything personally myself, so I cannot comment firsthand. I'm only going off what people say in my comment section. So please drop me a comment below if things have got better or worse, and I will leave a link to this video in the description below if you want to watch the Fanatec marketing speak video on how everything is fine and it's business as usual. Lastly, and probably most importantly, Fanatec have released an extension shaft. It's priced at around €100 and it's compatible with the Club Sport DD wheelbase and the Club Sport DD Plus wheelbase. It is not compatible with the Podium series, it would look like. That's it. So now you can buy a shaft and get properly shafted by Fanatec. I'll see myself out. If you've liked this, like, subscribe. See you next time. Let me know in the comments below what you think about all this business. It is indeed a tasty time for sim racing. Bye for now.